Hi, this is Kim Pinkney and welcome to my channel. Alrighty, so I would have started a little bit sooner, but I was debating what I wanted to draw. But I knew I wanted to draw something to put on a t-shirt. So, I'm gonna go ahead and design a t-shirt so that I can wear like on Friday. Because I'm like hurting for like cool stuff to wear. And you know, that's not too inappropriate for work or anything like that. So I'm going to design a shirt based off of the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon, those characters, and it was one of my favorite Saturday morning cartoons that, you know, it just didn't end, and it was pretty sad that, you know, you never really got to see the kids go home. So right now I'm going to like put the characters in here that let's see, by their height. Let's see, so it'll be like, this one will be Hank right here in the center. The two girls will be here, and I'm trying to decide what side I want to put Presto, and we'll put Eric on, we'll put Eric over here, and we'll put Presto right here. And then Bobby, since he's really short, we'll stick him like right here. And then maybe we'll have like Uni somewhere over here as well. Okay, so that's going to be pretty much my layout. So let's go ahead and get them in here. Now I'm having everybody kind of face towards the center, and maybe Eric a little bit straight on. Because he's just with the group, but you know, he's like the what is the word, common sense that everybody ignores because they're just so brave. So right now I'm just kind of doodling their let's see, I want him more facing this way. This is like a little skeleton of where their placement's going to be, and I'm just kind of keeping it rough. And I'm not going to make them look exactly like the characters. I want to make them look kind of like Disney characters, just a little, but kind of resemble. Let's see, it's like knees. Okay. And then I'm trying to decide how I want Bobby to show his. Let's see, I think he's going to show his to Uni. And we'll put like Uni down here. Yeah, this morning I had all kinds of crazy ideas in my head on what I wanted to draw, and I just could not figure it out. Like my ideas had, like, I was going to do My Hero Academia. I was thinking about doing just like airplane nose art, and I just could not decide what I wanted to do. And then I was thinking, and it's been like this all weekend, trying to decide what I want to draw on a t-shirt. And I wasn't fangirling on anything hardcore enough to decide. So this time I decided I'm going to, just try to pick something that I did fangirl on a lot. And Dungeons and Dragons is one of those things. So, yeah, I still love this cartoon. We have like thinking about the unicorn maybe licking. Oh, this right here, what I'm thinking about doing is instead of them holding their weapons, they're going to be holding what is it called? A die, a D&D die, maybe like a D20 or something like that. So one of my things when I was playing, I could never remember what die I was supposed to be to use, like for initiative and crap like that. I could never remember which one I was always supposed to use, so I always had to have someone tell me what I had to use. It got easier when I was playing Shadowrun, because all your dice are six-sided, so I didn't have to worry. But when it came to D&D, I had roll percentage, I had attack, I had just too many dice to try to figure out, and I was too newbie at it. Okay, so, and even to this day I still kind of have problems figuring it out, but it is what it is. I was always so into the game that I just could not remember what dice would save my ass. And it's frustrating to some people who don't get it, and then have to explain it to people. So I apologize to those that I had played D&D with in the past, and they had to be very patient with me. Okay, alright, so let's go ahead and drop the opacity on this. I'm kinda at the point where I'm cool with their placements, and then it may change a bit as I go. I might raise them up so I can get to their feet. But this is kind of like a rough bones, and just kind of get the idea out. I might even change this position here, so everybody's got a die. Now this one right here, I'm going to have Presto kind of like speculating what this is. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with Hank in the center. And I don't think I'll be able to finish the line art today, but I'm going to do my best to, really get it out as much as possible. Okay, so I'm going to drop the opacity a bit, and then everybody will be on their own layer after that. And I probably only have about 11 layers to play with. Okay, because this predated the internet, a lot of the pictures that you have of the team, of the kids, they're like stills from the show. And if you catch like one of the stills, they may be like kind of warped and not reminiscent of, you know, how they really look. Like, you know, animated, the in-betweening, you'll see a lot of those, and it's just like doo-doo. It's like, it looks like they phoned it in, you know, just did the bare minimum, because when it's in action, you're not paying attention, you know, to the detail. You know, the action is the more important thing. And when they're, you know, they don't expect anybody to pause the show, you know, and look at their artwork. So I'm basically going to try to make them into like caricatures, kind of like using a little bit of like the Little Mermaid style a little bit. I always like that style. Okay. Where the eyes are large and round. Let's see, we'll have him looking down at his. And we just kind of give him kind of nose. So I'm kind of improvising, doing my own thing too. And I'll show you guys what I'm looking at as far as source images. Whoops. So I grabbed that right there. So I'd have at least their full body, or at least a good portion of their body. And let's see. And this one right here. So I'm looking at Hank's image right here, and I'm going to keep it kind of simple. I'm going to use the base tone when I get ready to color it, and I don't know, I'll just try to color it in my own style, but try to keep it simple. Famous last words, of course. Okay, so Hank does not have a hat, and it doesn't look like he has a headband or anything like that. Now this also kind of reminds me of the story that I was working on called Valedictorian, and it's based off of what if bad kids were taken into the Dungeons and Dragons type world, instead of, you know, good kids trying to get home. And they have the, instead of relying on getting work from Dungeon Master, they're going to school to become a Dungeon Master. And it's also, the story is also based off of Wandering Monsters High School, where you know, where monarchs and whatnot, warlords and whatnot, want better minions instead of just little arrow catchers. And so I created a school for these guys, actually I created 3 schools. One for the pretty princesses, and another for, let's see, we're going to give him fluffier hair. One for the kids that are bad, call it the GER, that's their initials. This would be like the Goddess Reformation Reformatorium or something like that. And then there's a Hero Academy that, you know, someone like Hank would go to. And then there's, let's see, there was the Princess Academy, the Hero Academy, and then our bad guys, our bad kids. And each of them are trying to become dungeon master. Whereas, because, you know, you have to have, sometimes you have to have questionable morals and do the right thing and sometimes the wrong thing to get your, you know, to get your, get the job done, basically, keep the universe in line and whatnot. But also, this is also an opportunity for warlords and whatnot to get better minions. So that was my, and I'll probably end up doing another 100 days of making comics, so I could get that ball rolling. There's like all these ideas in my head for stories. The problem with my, what is it called? Sorry, it's so hard to draw and talk at the same time. To get my story going, my valedictorian story going, I needed to do filler. You know, like, I already had an ending, I had a beginning, but I couldn't decide some of the stuff that's happening in between. The side stories, the, you know, who actually is going to be the you know, the future dungeon master, all that stuff that goes along with making stories. I kind of have an idea of who's going to win or get the best grades to become the dungeon master. Now this image right here is what inspired me to give them all dye, because I had seen this many moons ago, and I was like, this would be so cool, but I never had a party to put together to do this. So it's just, I went through some of my source images and saw that that's what I wanted to do, and I'm like, okay, cool, but who am I going to do? You know, of course it comes down to this. So and I know there's a whole bunch of different types of dye that can be used, but I really have a fondness for this particular dye. Like, I want to, like, maybe I'll give Presto one of the, what is it called? I think it's a 8-sided die. The one that looks like a triangle. I can't remember what that one is. Let's see. I'll just try to give them different types, even though most of them would probably have like the 20-sided die or something like that. Okay. Just trying to put his hand on here. See, I'm gonna go back to his image. Let's see, he has long sleeves. Okay, just making sure. There we go. And part of him's going to be obscured by the girl next to him. whichever one I decide to put over here. I'm thinking it's going to be the acrobat. Let's see, his hand is super tiny. Okay, Bobby's going to obscure part of his hand here. Alrighty. Can't decide if that's going to be his thumb or if it's going to be a finger. Well, one way to tell that your fingers are too small is, would it cover part of the face? Like with your hand across your face, let's see, like say I had his hand about like right here, you know, you'd still be able to, you know, have your face, but I would say the fingers are like halfway and then the hand is that way. So if your fingers are not long enough to be like at least halfway from you know, through the face, then they're tiny. At least that's my opinion. Let's keep his arms kind of, there we go. Got to give him boundaries here. Now his shoulders should be at least a head length broad here, unless he's like a Superman type of guy, where it might be a head and a half, depending on how you want to look at it. Okay, let's see. Looking at his picture here, it looks like this is kind of tight here and loose here. And then it comes back down to his tunic. Okay, now this arm will be completely obscured by her. His belt should be about right here. Okay, Bobby's going to obscure that much. Yeah, I also want to do group poses because that's something that I don't do often. Okay. Flank is going to have to be a little shorter. Let's bring him down some, because I want to get his full body here. Now, one of the things I do is also draw them somewhat naked and then add the clothes on top. It helps with the folds and things like that. And muscle placement and things like that. I'm going to move his feet out more. Now, he might be obscured by Bobby, so, but I'd rather draw it than not have it, you know, instead of it being cut off. let's see, I think these are more of a tunic than it is, I'm sorry, more of a legging than loose-fitting pants. So we'll draw it like that. Okay. And this kind of blasts us out a little bit. And it has like the little studs. Let's see, if I do this kind of like circle, just kind of add the triangles. Okay, he doesn't wear gloves. You know, I'd like to probably do something like this with another character, but like their characters in a card game. Or a character that has to hold on to their token or something like that. And I'd love to create a game or a story that involves chess. And each one of the pieces are alive. So you have a real bishop, you have a real king, and you have real pawns. And I might end up having that inside of my, what's it called, valedictorian story. Okay. And then I'll clean up him once I have everybody in there. Okay, so there's Hank's lair. Alright, we'll turn that off. Next one we'll have, let's see, I think I'll do Sheila looking down at Bobby. You know, something's bothering me. One of the characters, I cannot remember her name. I keep wanting to call her Valerie, but she's not a Valerie. Let's see. Look that up real quick because it's going to bother me this entire time. Now I heard somewhere, maybe on Facebook or something like that, that they're going to make a Diana, that was her name. Okay. Alright. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Let's see. Okay, I'm good. I'm going to turn that off. Okay. Alright. Oh, Jesus. I had my clock set for 6, and that was for when I was getting ready to go to work early due to the storm, only to find out it didn't really rain. Barely got the storm here. Okay, let's see. Good picture of Sheila. Now, I'm not trying to make these guys look exactly like the characters, but just enough. Just enough to look somewhat like them. They'll resemble them, I guess you can say. Okay, we don't see her ear. And she's kind of got like a bit of a bob and bangs. Now, my idea is also in valedictorian is to like gender swap and race swap like all the characters. So the thief playing the one who would have the thief's cloak, and I'd have like all the characters, the bad characters, getting their weapons, and their weapons, you know, their equipment in and of themselves aren't bad on these kids, but when they get onto the bad kids, they start to change and mutate, and that's some bad. I wanted them to be badass. So the character that gets her cloak and becomes the thief, I also wanted them to, you know, get something really quirky about them as well. He would be a like an Asian male or something like that. Something completely different from, you know, what the characters are. They still share the same colors, only darker. And also like have an evil quirk of some sort. So I had him kind of looking really cute, like a cute Korean pop star or something like that, and he would like collect women's underwear. It's like it's his thief nature. Whether he was actually stealing it or not, it's like a kleptomaniac type of thing. And his let's see, I was going to have hers come down some. But I think for her, I think she's one of those type of people that would probably hold it closer to her. So we'll put it up here. And she always seemed a bit uptight, being, I guess, the older sister, having to not only worry about herself but of her brother, which was really annoying. But, you know, endearing in its own way. Let's see. I think, yeah, for her, we'll give her the same kind of dye that Hank has. Let's see, we'll give it the palm. She's always been like really dainty. I want the other guy to be like down and dirty. You know, he's not afraid to get really into the thick of stuff. And he's always trying to kiss on somebody. Why not? Let's see. Let's see. She's more effeminate. Let's see. So we'll do like this sort of thing. Just kind of keep her legs together. And she is in a skirt. Very small skirt. Yeah, so like my thief, when you open up his cloak, you'll see like little eyes peeping out from that cloak. So it's like he's traveling through another dimension or through a veil instead of just going invisible. Yeah, so like he's invisible in our world, but he's visible in another world. So like the cloak works both ways type of thing. And I wanted to be able to I'm thinking maybe because it's like they never seem to level up their equipment. Let's see, and hers are like a thigh-high boot. And it has that castle looking type of cutout to it. Okay, so let me turn on Hank for a sec. And then we'll make her a little smaller so I can get all her legs in. So we'll put her about right there. Have her be about shoulder height to Hank. Okay. Let me see if I can see her shoes. Like, does she have a heel? I can't really tell from that picture. So we won't give her a heel. Yeah, and I was also debating what I wanted each of the characters to really look like in my little world. because it's not going to be exactly the same as their world. It's going to be a little grittier. These people are a little bit more pissed. All right. Okay, and she's not wearing any gloves either. And when I do my fingers, I try to remember to do the three segment. There we go. There we go. Now I'm also going to clean up her lines once I bring it into Adobe Draw. Ooh, I could give her that one that's kind of like a diamond shape. I forget, maybe 7-sided die? I have to look again. This is all still the rough stage. Okay. It's like, what's it mean if everybody has a 1? Just kind of clean it up just a little bit. Now her hands might be a little too big. Let's see if I can make them a little smaller. Just a skosh. And I'll fix it when I get to the end here. Alright, so Presto. Now I want Presto to look at the thing more closely. So I'm going to turn both Hank and Sheila off. And have him, oh yeah, he's always got this like shocked expression on his face. And then he's got those glasses. And he's got more of a boyish face. Make his eyes bulge out a little bit. So we'll get more of a thin nose. And I think of anybody to realize that it's a bad thing that they all have a 1 would be Presto. Trying to remember. Oh, maybe it's like this. Maybe like that. Kind of holding his chin. And since he's got crazy long sleeves, let's see. Oh, we'll give him the triangular one. He's always got his legs kind of bent a little bit. Let's see, and I think he had something hanging off his hip, but I can't really tell in the pictures that I've got. This arm down some. Okay, Kim, nobody can tell what the hell you're drawing. So let's clean it up a bit. And to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to erase the scratchy underdrawing once I've got the characters in. Let's see if we can give him a longer neck. Just trying to clean up some of these lines here. You know, I've seen fan art where people have turned characters into another race or gave them darker skin. I mean, how cute would it be if all these guys were changed into a different ethnicity? But I think I'll save that for my other, because I don't really care for that. I mean, yeah, it looks cute and everything, but I think people should make their own characters instead of like blackwashing, whitewashing other characters. That happens way too much. Yeah, my blackwashing will come in my story. So we bring it down just a little more. His elbows are a little too low. And we'll give him shorter shoulders. Okay, let's see. So we'll say his thumb is right here. Let's see. If I'm holding it, my thumb is more towards me. So let's see. This will be the thumb. We'll throw a finger right here. Ooh, what a mess. So he'll have like one, let's see, I don't know if the two would be down here or would it be upside down. I gotta have to look at some cards, look at some dice and try to figure it out. I am not liking this hand. Let's see. There we go. Ooh, no, he didn't have gloves. For some reason, I kept thinking he had gloves. Like, there's some things you just don't want to touch in this world. And I think the only one that has gloves is Eric. Because he's the cautious one. But I think that's just part of his armor, not because he's cautious. Okay, so there's that inner tunic sleeve. Alright, so let's turn on Hank and Sheila. And Presto's a lot skinnier. Let's see, we used to Stuart. He's not in a bad position. His waist could come up a little bit. Just a little. Okay. See, I'm not liking his feet. Just raise them up a little bit, just for a sec. I'm just going to move his feet a little bit. Let's see if we can make him look a little bit more balanced. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's bring him down a little bit. Give him a little bit of space there. Okay, so I'm halfway there. I still have 3 more characters to do. Let's see, I'm going to take a quick break, and for those who just joined me, I am drawing a t-shirt fan art design of the Dungeons & Dragons kids holding different types of D&D die. I'm going to do a quick replay so that you can see where we are. And I can take a quick break and be right back. Video, time-lapse replay. Alrighty, be right back. Alright, so that's where I am thus far. Next one we're going to work on is Diana. We'll turn everybody else off. Alrighty. Now I'm trying to decide if I want her to look at Eric's. Whoops, cancel. Or if I want her to just look at her own. Let's see. Because Eric's always complaining. But he's also the voice of reason a lot of the time. Let's see, make her shoulders a little bit smaller. It's like sometimes you think Diana's the reasonable one, but you know, she's too brave for her own good. So I kind of have her leaning more towards the group, but still listening to Eric. Half listening. Now, one of the cool things that I remember about her character is that they tried to make her, I think they tried to make her into like an animal, person who could talk to animals. But I don't remember any episodes where they were actually doing that. But I remember there was a description online that I read that she was more like something about animals, but they never seemed to pursue that. Not that I remember. Yep, this was my Saturday morning cartoon. I used to love watching this. Okay, so one trick to make your legs look longer is raise your crotch up. And that's what I'm doing here. So we'll raise her boobs up a bit too. Okay, so she's going to be holding hers. I think about having her hold hers lower, but I think logically we'd have it more upwards. little bit smaller. Okay, now her outfit has I think her outfit has the most detail in it. She's got this thing around her neck. She's got a headband. Give her a cute curly fro. Now my African American characters that I have in my story, they're going to have to find unique ways of doing their hair. You know, because sometimes it dries out. It's nice to have product to put in your hair to make it easier to comb. Give her fuller lips. And because she's a little bit more heroic, I'm just going to kind of make her chin a little bit broader. Let's see. Oh, okay. So this holds up her furry top. She has armbands. Put her arm in here. Let's see. And I think when I finalize it, I'll go ahead and maybe change up some of the dye. We'll give her the 6-sided dye. Let's see. I'll have it close to her. Now, one of the things that I also liked in my you know, sometimes I would draw random fantasy things, and a story would kind of emerge from that. And one of the things I had drawn was fairies inside of um, different equipment and stuff, and that would be like a class that everybody had to take to graduate from the academy. And it's just like a different type of weapon, so it's like you were using up the fairies' magic in order to get your job done. So I'm wondering if I'm gonna create magic imbued items like that. It's like you just keep using them until either the fairy dies or escapes, or if you set it free. And maybe even do the same thing with either souls or so make her a little thicker since she's a gymnast. Let's see, her center will probably be about right here. Now I don't have very confidence. I don't have much confidence in my rough lines. Sometimes I'll find a line that's a lot better than what I initially set out to use. So my lines look scratchy until I finally say, yep, this is where I want it to go, and this is how it's going to go. Let's see, now I'm thinking I want to, move her leg out a little bit. Sorry, I had coffee. Let's see, I'm going to use distort. There we go. Oops. Freeform it. Then I'm going to turn it on. Hank is my guide here. And Diana's almost his height, from what I've seen in some of. The kids are almost all the same height, but let's see, she's shorter than Eric. But I want to say almost the equivalent to Hank, just a smidge. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. We'll just make her taller than Sheila. Let's see, maybe about the same height as Sheila. Let's see. We'll bring her over. Let's see, Sheila's upright. Okay. And maybe a little taller. Okay. But then again, she was a gymnast, and gymnasts are usually kind of small. We'll make her about right there. And she has boots. Make her a little stronger. So this is about like right here. All right. And then Eric. Oops, he put him on his own layer. And I think to make things a little easier to see, no, I'm not going to do that yet. I was going to erase the characters as I went to make it easier to see folks. Okay, so let's do Eric. Eric's going to be over her, so he's going to overlap her. Let's see. We'll have Eric be a little bit more slender than Hank. Hank is a little thin there. Let's see. Maybe not. I want him to kind of be Hank's equivalent. Even though he's a lot more, Eric's a lot more cautious and a lot more cowardly. And I don't blame him. He's the only one that seems to understand that this place is freaking dangerous. Raise him up a bit. And I think I'm going to have him bend a little bit. I don't like how stiff he is. Let's see. So this is, give him like a beam type of shape here. So his knees are a little bent. So it's like, you know, I don't speak nerd, but this does not look good. Let's see. Now he's got to carry his shield. Let's see. We'll put it like right here. And that'll take care of this awkward looking arm. So it'd be kind of funny if they actually made it out of this world and into a whole nother one that they thought was home. So in order to use their weapons, they gotta roll the dice. That would suck. Okay, let's see. I'm going to make that a little softer there. Okay, Eric. Now the character that I wanted to play, you know, to have Eric's shield, it'll be a female. And yeah, she would, her shield would turn into like Medusa. it would have like a, instead of having the griffin, I think that's what it is on his, let me see if I can find, because none of the pictures, source images I have his shield at the moment. Let's see. Fear not, Ranger. Barbarian, Magician, Thief, Cavalier, and Acrobat. Let's see. So on here, I'm trying to get this picture to pop up in my jaws. Come on, Eric, show me your shield. Aha. No, don't go to the image. Okay, that's cool. No, I thought it was gonna go to a video. I'm like, no, don't go to the video. Or at least show me the picture. There it is. Oh, stupid Bing. Okay, there we go. Right, so he's got a silhouette of like an eagle or a griffin head. I can only see part of it here, so I'm gonna have to find another image. It has like two little feather spikes there, one big one on the neck. Could be a chicken. Let's see, here's another one. It's like Sam the Eagle. So it could be an eagle. It could be a chicken. Yeah, I don't think the beak would be that big. Okay, and it'd be inside of a circle. And the shield is more round at the top, it looks like. Alright, I got less than 20 minutes to finish. I think I'll bring her shoulder up. Oops, that's right, I'm on the wrong layer for that. Okay, anyway, let's finish up Eric's face. Let's see, I think I want him to have one eyebrow up, one eyebrow down. Let's see if I can find a good picture of Eric here. But out of everybody, I think Eric had the best character development. The guy that you love to hate. But it's like he wasn't wrong. to make his eyes a little smaller. There's, there we go. Let's see. Erase a little bit of this here so I can see him better. Back to his layer. Do a little squashing and stretching. Move his chin off centered a bit. Trying to give him a bit of an expression, just a bit. So we'll bring this down some. Okay, and then his hair is really short, and let's see. Trying to, oh, there we go. Give him more of an arched eyebrow. All right, and then let's go ahead and draw a little bit of the Bobby. I think I got time to draw Bobby. Yeah. I'll go ahead and clean this up just a bit. Let me see if I can. I'll probably look up D&D dye in a little bit when I get ready to work on this again tomorrow. He's got gloves. All right, and then his boots. Let's see if I can find him here. Oh yeah. Okay, so his was the. I have this. He's got the knee guard. Kind of clean it up a little bit. Okay. He's got a longer skirt than Sheila. Okay, let's see. I'll probably straighten out this leg. Okay, to Bobby. Alright. Now I'm going to turn off everybody here. And Hank. Let's see if we can whip out Bobby real quick. Oops, cancel. Bring him up a little higher. I think Bobby should have two. It's like, why does he get two? Let's see. Yeah, I think he should get two just because he's the kid and he's the barbarian. Plus, I like barbarians. Yeah, we'll just give him one big one. Oh, we should give him like the 100 one. Give him a big one. Yeah, so he'll get the 100-sided one, just for giggles. Okay, let's get his cute little face here. So we'll give him a smaller nose. Come on, you. Come on, Ken. You don't have a lot of time. It's like, check it out, sis. Okay, we never see his ears. Yeah, in my valedictorian, the girl that plays him, or gets his club rather, the club changes to where instead of it having ridges, it has eyes. Or I can't decide if it was eyes or faces. I think it was faces. And they all are screaming in terror. Because it's like if she hits you with this thing, it kills you and it sucks you into the club. It's like a soul stealer, and it makes her stronger. So when she does release the force of the hit, it's super intense. Yeah, it's not enough to knock people off their feet. It takes their soul. So yeah, these kids are pretty bad. It's like for each one of them, the weapons are true weapons. You know, depending on who wields them. And you could catch like a little bit of it when I'm doing my 100 days of making comics. I punked out because the story just got beyond me. It was going to go beyond 100 days, and I really wanted to do it better justice. Then 100 days, I wanted to really give it a lot of attention. So I might bring that right on back up and do a webcomic out of it. Once I got a few of the chapters done, or maybe all the chapters done, and then I'll start to draw it and post it online. Okay. Shoot. Oh yeah, that's right. It's got like these crazy big boots. All right, almost time to go. We'll give him like bushy hair. All right. Let's raise him up a bit. And this is one of the things I like about drawing digitally, is that even though I don't have the precise size, like I can draw big and then I can reduce it. Let's see, this one has his boots have a little bit more leg to them. There we go. But they're pretty much squared off. Okay. All right. Now I want everything but the die to get smaller. So let me see if I can select. Okay, so you're not even going to see his fingers here. Okay, now I gotta stop. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna place Bobby where I want him to go. We'll turn everybody on. There we go. And we'll make Bobby just a little bigger. He's almost half the size of Presto. Yeah, there we go. Alright, and then for Bobby, instead of erasing things, I'm going to go ahead and fill him in with a color, so I don't have to erase or create a mask or anything like that. Okay, and then tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and flatten my layers, maybe add uni in there. Flatten my layers, and then there we go. So yeah, and I'll probably do that with any of the characters that are doing their thing. So here's the initial sketch. Everybody's got their own die, and for those who are just joining, here is the replay, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks again for watching, and if you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and suggest. If you offer a suggestion and I take it up, and it's one of those things that, like, I'm making a t-shirt out of it, I'll go ahead and send you either a shirt that's done or a what do you call it, like a iron-on, so you can put it on whatever you want. So feel free to like, subscribe, and suggest, and let's do one with Tiamat with dye. That would be so cool. So I'll leave you guys with that. I gotta get myself ready for work, and I will see you guys in the next video tomorrow, where we outline these and we color them in. Take care. Bye bye. All right, you guys, have a great one. Bye-bye.